780, 780, 780, 780, 780,
Paul, what's wrong? Everything's wrong. What? I don't even have a phone ringing, like sound effect. I don't understand. I don't have a phone ringing sound effect. I don't have any sound effects. I don't have anything. It's all gone terribly, terribly wrong. Oh dear, Paul. Let me see what I can do. What? I'll see if I can find a phone ringing sound effect for you. Because you're calling me, aren't you? Yes, I am. I'm trying to call you. Oh dear. How can we indicate that you're phoning me on a phone without a phone sound effect? I see what you mean. What's happened to all of your sound effects? I'll tell you in a minute. All right, let me have a look. Oh, that's better. We'll pick up the phone. Hello, Quality, is that you? Paul, hello, how are you? I'm very bad. My hard drive has gone kaput. My external hard drive. Oh dear, Paul. And you're at your parents', aren't you? I am. I'm at my parents'. I was so near to finishing an episode. Oh dear, Paul. It involved Toppy and I had a really good lot of extras, extra material. It was really, really chunky. Really chunky? Yes, very chunky. And then I hadn't quite finished it, but I'd 3/4 finished it, and I woke up this morning and cannot read your drive. They could not read your drive? No, they couldn't. Not even slightly. Well, that's bad, Paul. You're telling me? So I take it that, all of the things you needed were on that drive. Well, yes. Oh, did you turn it on and off again? Did I turn it on and off again? I did, actually, a couple of times. Still didn't want to work. Oh dear, Paul, that is miserable. So what does this mean at worst? Well, it means no episode. No episode this week, like I wanted. Oh, Paul. Oh, how disappointing. Yeah, and I've come to my parents, and I've got plenty of time to finish it, theoretically. And is there a backup of the missing episode? Well, I think there's a backup of the recording, of the Toppy bit, and probably of all the messages. I could start again from scratch if I had to, but you can't do anything at the moment. No, I can't do it. A single thing at the moment. Oh goodness. Well, how can we help? I don't know. Is there anything we can do? Can we get hold of the drive? The one that you've got, the backup drive? Oh, I wouldn't know how to tell you where it was. I don't know. I just don't know. It's very frustrating. Oh dear, Paul. I don't know what to suggest then. No, I suppose I'm just going to have to sit here being all depressed and cross and grumpy and well, Paul, you could just take a few days off. I don't want to take a few days off. The episode was nearly ready. What is wrong with it? How can it work one day and yet not work the next? I don't know, Paul. I'm just going to go and sulk then. All right, Paul, you go and sulk. I'm sorry that's happened to you. It's all right. Thank you for the phone sound effect, anyway. It's all right, Paul. All right, I'll speak to you later, maybe. Yes, Paul. All right. What's going on there, Cromitty? Oh, dear. Paul has had a bit of a problem. A bit of an accident. Oh, dear, not the old incontinence problem again, is it? No, that's Dealey you're thinking of. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Oh, so what's happened? Oh, his computer has gone kaput. Well, the drive has the only copy of a new episode he was working on. I was going to suggest that maybe he tried another lead, but I don't suppose he has another lead to plug in. And I guess maybe it will work when he gets back here. I mean, he has a different computer here to the one he has down in Salisbury. Yes. So he can't he can't release a new episode. No, he can't. Oh, it's a shame. Yes, it is. It's quite a shame. Oh, I wish we could help somehow. Well, yes, so do I. You know what I'm thinking. Oh dear. No, I don't, but I can imagine it's something calamitous. Well, we could start from scratch. Start from scratch. Yeah. Well, we've always talked about, and we have, we have kind of dabbled in this area before now. What if we do a podcast and release it on the Charlotte podcast feed? Release it on the Charlotte podcast feed. Oh, I'm sure we've tried this before and it wasn't very successful. Yeah, I know, but well, I've been collecting together some anecdotes, so who knows? Perhaps I could share some anecdotes of my past, because there's lots of stories, and I haven't told even half of them. Oh, Yeti, Uncle John. Well, I guess we could. I better go and check with Paul, though. No. Make it a surprise. He'll be ever so happy when he hears the Yeti Uncle John and Cromitty show. No, the Cromitty and Yeti Uncle John show. Well, maybe we shouldn't have our names in the title. Maybe we should we could call it dear. Why don't we ask AI for a title? Come up with a good title for a podcast involving a Yeti and a mad scientist. Mad scientist? Are you self-identifying as a mad scientist these days? Oh, well, I might as well do. That's what everyone thinks I am. Fair enough, yeah. What does it say? Well, it doesn't seem to be working at the moment, but... dear. Oh, dear. Nothing seems to work these days, does it? No. Oh, dear. Come up with a good title for a podcast involving a Yeti and a mad scientist. I don't think you're supposed to use the word mad anymore, but maybe eccentric scientist. Oh, well, it's too late now. Come up with the lab and the lair. Yeti or not, here comes science. Don't like that. Abominable experiments. Cold logic. The hairy hypothesis. Yeah, perfect. Snowbound and unhinged. Oh dear. Try harder. I'm going to take it in. Try harder. All right, gloves off. The abominable labcast. What do you think? Oh, I don't know, but the next one is Yeti Spaghetti and Quantum Regret. That's one of Paul's poems. It is indeed. He's not going to be happy with somebody nicking his idea. What about the Yeti Spaghetti Show? Yeti Spaghetti Show. Are you sure you don't want the abominable labcast? No, I don't know. In the same way that I should not use the term mad scientist, perhaps we should not use the word abominable for a Yeti or a snowman. Good point. All right. Let's do it. What now? Yeah, the Yeti Spaghetti Show. All right, well, I mean, what are we going to talk about? Oh, don't worry about that. We'll decide once we've decided. Well, do we have a theme music? I'm sure we can come up with a basic theme tune. Yeah. Right. Let's get recording. All right. Oh dear. Paul, wherever you are. Well, I know where you are, but Paul, wherever you are, please forgive us if anyway. You'll love it. The listeners will love it too. Oh, I do hope so. Hello and welcome to the Yeti Spaghetti Show. With me, Yeti Uncle John. And me, Gromity. Yes. We're not that shy. No, we're not that shy. No. Come, join us. Hello, listeners, to the first episode of our new podcast, the Yeti Spaghetti Show. It's great to be here, isn't it, Gromity? Yes, I'm Gromity, and Yeti Uncle John and I have been friends for many years. That's true, isn't it, Yeti Uncle John? Yes, we have. We've known each other many a year, many a year. Yes. We worked together on the Sherlock podcast, and that's about it. Yes, but on many episodes of the Sherlock podcast for many years. Yes. Well, I'm not sure if this is our first episode or if it's our pilot episode. What's the difference? I'm not sure, but we've been wanting to do a podcast for quite some time now, haven't we, Yeti Uncle John? We have. We did try once before, I think, but anyway. We're having another go this time. Needs must, as they say. Yes, needs to must, because our good friend Paul, the Shy Yeti, he's experiencing problems with his hard drive. Yes. Oh well, it happens at that age. It can do. Yes, it's a tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy. But anyway, yes. Well, hopefully he'll get better. But we thought we'd put this, our little show out, just to keep things going. Yes, just to keep things going. And we're going to talk about all sorts of things, aren't we? Yes. Do you have any anecdotes, Yeti Uncle John? Do I have any anecdotes? Yes, I do have some anecdotes. Funny you say that. This takes me back to my days in New Zealand. Well, I didn't know you spent time in New Zealand. Yes, it was 19. It was a long time ago. Yes, okay. Yeah, well, I was sitting there with a mate of mine, and we were in a bar, and I was looking for work. Yes, oh well, it happens. Yes, it definitely does. Anyway, looking at the newspaper, and a particular advertisement draws my attention. Oh, right. Well, what did the advertisement say? Oh, it said, Ostrich Whisperer wanted. Apply within. Apply within where? Well, there was an address. Oh, sorry, I confused myself. Yeah, well, I agreed. I went there, and it was pretty much, pretty much did it for a dare, because my mate said to me, I bet you won't last a week wrangling ostriches. And, I was quite confident, as I can be. Yes, you can be. So I said, I bet I'll be promoted to chief beat negotiator by Friday. I didn't know what that meant really, but he sounded authoritative, and he seemed quite impressed. Like I might actually know what I was talking about. Oh well, sometimes you speak in a way that does make people think you know what you're talking about. I mean, I've fallen for that before now. Yes. Anyway, so the farm, the ostrich farm, it was run by a retired opera singer named Marjorie, who believed that ostriches responded best to soprano arias. Every morning she belt out Puccini whilst the birds strutted like runway models. I was assigned to feed Trevor. Trevor? Yes, he was my main ostrich. In the same way that I look after Charlotte, I looked after Trevor. But he had a bit of a vendetta. You see, he didn't. I had to wear this high-vis jacket. He didn't like it. He didn't like it. What was it? The colour, the bright colours? Oh, I think so. Although it might just be he didn't like the style. It was quite old-fashioned even for its time. It had like a cape, a high-vis jacket with a cape. Yes. Anyway, I learned of his dislike the hard way, because he chased me across the paddock like I owed him money. Oh, Yeti, Uncle John. Oh, but I see that you survived. You're here now. Of course I survived, but anyway, I made a mistake though on only my second day. Oh, Yeti, Uncle John. Yes, it was a Wednesday. I accidentally left the gate open on the ostrich enclosure, and all the ostriches escaped. Even Trevor? Yep. All 37 of them gone. They were last seen having a spa day in the local hydro clinic. Oh goodness. Oh yes. That was the first time I heard the word yoga. Long before the yoga vampires. The ostriches were doing yoga? Yes. Yeah. Imagine the serenity of the downward dog interrupted by a stampede of feathered chaos. One ostrich stole a yoga mat, another joined a meditation circle and refused to leave. Trevor found the snack table and ate an entire bowl of chocolate-coated peanuts. Chocolate-coated peanuts? Well, I didn't know that ostriches liked chocolate-coated peanuts. Nor did we, but oh dear. We spent the afternoon coaxing them back with raisins and interpretive dance. Marjorie sang a dramatic rendition of Ave Maria while I did lunges in the grass. It worked, sort of. They did return, but only after Trevor negotiated for daily foot rubs and a twice-monthly karaoke night. Yes. I didn't know that ostriches liked karaoke. No, nor did we. What sort of songs did they sing? Ostrich songs. Very ostrichy. Oh yes, I imagine. So, did you get sacked? Actually, I didn't. I stayed on a while actually. No. By the way that I dealt with the whole matter, it worked in my favour, and I got a promotion. By Friday, I was Director of Avian Relations and Snack Procurement. Oh, well, well done, Yeti Uncle John. Yes. Do you want to hear another anecdote? Another one? Already? Well, yes. I mean, we could listen to some music. Maybe we should listen to some music before we have another anecdote. Oh, well, unless you've got something else you want to talk about. I was thinking of some anecdotes I could tell you, but no, let's have some music. All right, listeners, listen to some music. So we've got some funky music for you. Well, sort of hip music. Yes, it's going to make you dance and sing. Yes, right. Yes, have a listen. It's super funky. Super funky. That wasn't very super funky. Well, it was toe tapping. It was toe tapping. I'll agree to that. Yes. Anyway, listeners, I hope you're enjoying the Yeti Spaghetti Show. I hope you're enjoying it too. Yes. You want another anecdote now? Yes. Have you thought of one of your own? I'm still trying to think of one. All right. Well, I was going to tell you about the talent show we had at Big Beaky's Ostrich Emporium. Big Beaky's Ostrich Emporium? Yes, well, that's sort of what, I mean, it wasn't really an emporium. It was more of a place that ostriches came to live in New Zealand. But that's what it was called at Adelaide. Yes, well, you see, because of the way things had gone, and what with the foot rubs and the karaoke nights, they decided that it was nearly spring, and when the spring arrived, they decided to hold an annual Avon Talent Spectacular. You could say it was a tradition born from boredom and too much access to glitter glue. But a lot of things happen in that way. Yes, well, did the talents just involve singing? Well, no, it wasn't talent in that. It was more talents of being an ostrich. All right. Oh, how like what? Fastest fence escape was one of the categories. Most dramatic wing flap was also another one. Ostriches can't fly though, can they? Not technically, no. Sometimes they try. They do flap though. Oh, I did not know. I thought that was flamingos. No, flamingos. They definitely. Well, I do have a story about flamingos, but we'll come to that later. How wonderful. Yes, sure. Any other categories? Oh, yes. Best interpretive dance to 80s synth pop was one. That was my favourite one. But I like 80s synth pop. I almost considered dressing as an ostrich so I could take part, but even back then I didn't really have the vigour for it. Oh, poor Yeti Uncle John. I know. Anyway, because I was responsible for Trevor, I was also responsible for him getting ready for certain, aspects of the whole shenanigans. Let's see. So Trevor entered one of the categories. Oh, did he ever? Yeah. Funnily enough, talking about because of the karaoke, he was kind of quite good with the singing, and so he wanted to enter one of the musical categories. He'd come quite adept with the old kazoo by this point, and Trevor played the kazoo. He did indeed, and we rehearsed. He had rhythm, he had flair. He had a kazoo glued to his helmet, like some kind of ostrich with a helmet, kazoo type thing. Yes, that's beautifully described. Yes. Anyway, so we worked out that all he needed was a prompt, and then he'd start. We had a little like a cue that I would give him. Oh yes, well, what did you say? I used to say, "Jazz it, Trev." Jazz it, Trev. Did he play jazz? No, but I thought it sounded kind of, it was like, go get him, Trev, sort of thing. Maybe you should have just said, go get him, Trev. Maybe that's what you should have said. No, I prefer Jazz it, Trev. Is what seemed to work best. But anyway, come showtime, Trevor strutted on stage wearing a sequin cape and sunglasses, of course. Oh, so it was okay for Trevor to wear a cape, but not for you. Well, funnily enough, turned out it wasn't so much he didn't like my high-vis jacket, it was that he was jealous of it. So actually what he was wearing was my old, sort of slightly pecked high-vis jacket, which was now his. And I'll put some extra glitter on it, and it was very shiny, but well, how nice. Go on. Oh, I was trying to. So he came onto the stage wearing a sequin cape and sunglasses. So there was. I yelled, "Jazz it, Trev!" And he started playing the kazoo like an absolute pro. The crowd went wild. But then disaster struck. Oh dear. What happened? Well, you'll remember Marjorie, the opera singing lady who ran the Yes, go on. Well, mid-performance, Trevor spotted Marjorie's prize fruit hat in the front row. Something in his soul just snapped. He launched off the stage, kazoo still strapped to his head. He tackled Marjorie like a linebacker. The hat exploded, bananas flew, the kazoo emitted a haunting wheeze that sounded like a dying accordion. Good grief. This is very dramatic, Yeti Uncle John. It is. Go on. Well, go on. Well, chaos erupted. One ostrich tried to crowd surf, another started breakdancing, a tourist fainted from either joy or terror, we're still not sure. But, Trevor was disqualified for unsportsmanlike fruit aggression. But he became a local legend, The kazoo was retired and mounted on the wall with a plaque that read, "In memory of musical integrity." Well, goodness me. Would it still be there today? It would be, but I don't think we've got the budget to go to New Zealand. No, well, this is most exciting. I've got another one. It's my go now. Oh, right, yes, of course. But I do want to tell you a bit more about Trevor. Of course. Oh, okay. Well, oh dear, sorry. It's like that old show, Jack and Nori. I don't remember it. Oh, well, it was a children's show. They used to tell stories, and this is really turning into an episode of Jack and Nori. Well, as long as the listeners are finding it enjoyable. What is your story? Well, this may appeal to you, Yeti Uncle John, because, well, it has a connection with cheese. I know you are very fond of cheese. Oh, I'm very fond of cheese, particularly in a scientific way. As listeners may or may not remember, I invented the first laptop made of cheese. Oh, splendid! Yes, marvelous. Quite a legendary invention. Yes. Well, not as legendary as it should have been, but anyway, I'm interested. When did this story take place, Cromitty? Well, it was after my Sutton Park days, so about 20 years ago. I was out of contact with Paul, and I was just, well, I just did my scientific things. At the time, I was living in the sleepy village of Sprockle-on-Wig, which is nestled between two hills that look suspiciously like upside-down teacups, but they're not. Anyway. Oh, right. Sprockle-on-Wig. I don't know it. No, it's okay. It's best they don't give too many directions because, well, they don't like visitors. No. Oh, well. So paint a picture of Cromitty from this period. Well, I was going through a phase of wearing odd socks. I don't know why. It seemed to inspire me. Oh yes. Well, the strangest things can inspire one. Indeed. That's what I found. Odd socks were very inspiring. Oh, well, good. I was also very keen on languages at the time. Languages? I've never been very good with languages. What language were you? What language were you learning? Pidgin. Pidgin? Oh, what a shame it wasn't magpie. It would have been so useful. Well, funnily you say that Pidgin and magpie do have similarities, but well, it's rather rusty. So I can't believe you never mentioned this, Cromitty. Well, sometimes it's best not to. Well, yes, I suppose so. Anyway, what else was going on? You had a lab, I presume? Yes. I had a laboratory which was powered in a kind of strange way. It was new. It was powered entirely by the emotional energy of disgruntled field mice. I'm sorry. Yes, you see, the field mice would get angry, and that would create a lot of emotional energy. And then I was able to harness it to run my laboratory. They weren't hurt, these field mice. No, not at all. No, it was fine. It's a good thing we're not recording this show in your laboratory. I was just thinking about that. What do you mean? We don't have the sound effects, do we? No, we don't. I could probably find some. No, but they wouldn't be your laboratory sound effects. It's a good thing we're sitting in the lounge. Yes, it is. Yes. Can I continue? Yes, please do. Okay. I think it was a Tuesday. It may have been a Thursday. I can never tell. Those two can be very similar. Sometimes a Tuesday pretends to be a Thursday, and sometimes a Thursday pretends to be a Tuesday. They're tricky devils, those days. Yeah. I find that with Mondays and Fridays. Oh yes, Mondays and Fridays. Well, sometimes I just think the days of the week just are out there to cause trouble. Yeah, I think you could be right. Anyway, go on. Right. So, I've been working on an experiment, and it was what I called the Great Cheese Reversal. The plan was to reverse the aging process of cheese so that it could be unaged or re-aged and then aged again, thus creating the perfect cheddar loop. A cheddar loop? Comedy, why have we never talked about this? The cheddar loop. There I was inventing computers made of cheese. And you've been perfecting the cheddar loop. I must admit that I have heard about the cheddar loop. You've heard of it? Well, yes, it's mentioned in all the textbooks. But I found it very difficult to perfect, and I had to find another way of, of achieving my own experiments. Yes, well, if only we'd known each other at that time, we could have collaborated. Yes. Go on, tell me more. Well, the villagers were very sceptical about the great cheese reversal. They said, you can't reverse cheese. And they said, particularly that Mrs. Blunderbuss, who had a clothes shop for horses. A clothes shop for horses. Yes. We had quite a lot of horses in Sprockle-on-Wig, and, she ran the horse clothes shop, but, I see, yes, it all makes sense now. Yes, well, you can't reverse cheese, they said. It's unnatural. Oh, dear. They were very old-fashioned people, weren't they? They were, especially when it came to cheese. But anyway, I was undeterred. Oh, glad to hear it. Yes, undeterred, I donned my lab goggles, which, due to budget cuts, were actually 2 jam jars glued to a monocle. Well, that's highly inventive. I know, yes. I summoned my assistant, Gerald. Oh, yes. Who's Gerald? Well, I guess in some ways he was the Cuthbert of his day. He wasn't a person. Or was he a computer? Well, it's probably better to describe him as a sentient mop. A sentient mop. A sentient mop called Gerald. Yes. He was my assistant, and he was quite useful around the lab, particularly with the sweeping aspect. Oh, no. I never used Gerald to sweep. That was Bertie. Bertie the brush. The sentient brush? Yes, Bertie the sentient brush. He did all the sweeping. Gerald did all the mopping and a little bit of programming on my computer. Yes. Oh, okay. What happened next? Well, all the villagers were watching, so I felt a little bit under pressure, but I kept on going. Oh, that's a good thing. You always should keep on going. Yes. Yeah, so with a dramatic flourish, I poured the quantum brie into the chrono curd accelerator. I flipped a switch labelled "Do Not Flip" and shouted, "By the power of lactose, let time unravel." My goodness, it's a side of you I've never seen before. Quite the showman, Cromitty. I never knew you had it in you. No. Well, I was younger. I was a different person then. Well, yes, of course. What happened? Well, there was a flash of light, a smell of regret, and suddenly every cheese in the village began mooing. Not just mooing, but philosophically mooing. one wheel of good even asked me what is the nature of flavour if time is but a construct. The Gouda spoke to you? It did indeed. It wasn't the only one. The cows in the village were confused. The villagers were alarmed. And Gerald the mop had ascended to a higher plane of consciousness. Goodness. This doesn't sound like it was going quite as well as you hoped it would. Well, it's difficult to say. I mean, the worst thing that can happen as a scientist, and you may know this from your experiments, the worst thing that can happen is nothing. Nothing. Yes, if nothing happens when you think it should do, then it's a disappointment. Yes, I can see that. Definitely. Definitely a disappointment when something should happen but doesn't. Yes. Oh dear. Go on then. What happened next? Well, as I say, something happened, so it was at least a partial success. I sort of pretended that what had happened was what I expected to happen. But it wasn't. No, but the good news was I had invented a new dairy product. Existential cheese, I called it. It tasted like nostalgia and mild panic. Oh, yes, maybe not to my palate, but at least a partial success, as you say. Yes, it wasn't that popular. Oh, Cromitty. Oh, Cromitty, I do. You do? I do, yes. I do sympathise. You know what I think? I don't know, but I'd like to hear. Oh, I think that cheese is the problem, not us. Cheese is just a difficult medium to work with. Oh, you could be right. Oh, dear. I'd even go as far as to say it's notoriously difficult to work with. Well, you could do, yes. Cromitty, is that a tear I spy? Oh, no. Just thinking back to these days. Well, I say it's not all happy news. Well, I know, but a good anecdote is rarely happy. It usually involves some kind of sadness or temporary failure, or maybe a little partial success. Or maybe a little partial success. What happened after all of this business? Well, I was banned from the village cheese festival, but I can't say I minded too much. I was already working on my next invention. A new invention? What did you invent next? Well, it was a hat that could predict your mood based on how many squirrels were currently judging you. A hat that could predict your mood based on how many squirrels were currently judging you. Well, that's and how did that go? It was a partial success. A partial success? Oh, I think it's time for some more music, don't you, Cromitty? I think it is, and when we come back, we'll hear more about your ostrich. Oh, Trevor? Yes, Trevor the ostrich. Are we going to have any quizzes this episode? You know what? Well, at the start of the show, I thought we'd be having lots of quizzes, or maybe trivia, but I think we're mining a valuable source of chat here with our anecdotes. Well, yes, I agree. So yes, let's listen to some music when we come back. I'll tell you more about. And Cromitty, maybe you can tell us more about one of your partial successes. Oh, then yes, maybe. So we're back. It's Uncle John. What were you going to tell us next? Well, I was going to tell you about Trevor. A very big day in Trevor's life. It was the day that Trevor got married. Oh my goodness! Yes. You see, he fell head over talons for a graceful ostrich named Petula, who had recently transferred from a rival farm known for its avant-garde bird choreography. Oh, how lovely! Yes. Their courtship was the stuff of poetry. Synchronised dust baths, shared raisins under moonlight, and long, loving stares across the paddock. Oh dear. How romantic. Yes. So, of course, Marjorie, you remember Marjorie, of course. Yeah, Marjorie, ever the romantic, still very much an opera enthusiast, insisted on officiating. She got ordained online and wore a velvet cape. Oh, more capes. Yes, capes were very in back in those days. She must have been one of the first people to get ordained online, thinking about it. The internet was very basic back in them days. I remember. Oh, yes. So, anyway, the ceremony was held under a floral arch made entirely of recycled hay and glitter. Invitations were sent out via PEC-delivered scrolls. Oh, how wonderful. And the bridal party? Oh, yes, the bridal party. Of course, there was Trevor's best friend, Ian. He was the ring bearer. He was a bit of a problem, actually. He managed to swallow the ring twice. Oh, gosh. Silly old Ian. Yes. Trevor didn't seem to mind. Who else was there? There was a sheep named Barbara, who was the flower girl. She actually ate the bouquet. Oh, well, that's a kind of tradition. I guess. There were also 2 chickens in bow ties, who served as ushers and occasionally clucked. Oh, and what about the bride? What did she wear? Well, Petula, she wore a custom veil made from repurposed lace curtains. Trevor sported a top hat that kept falling off every time he nodded dramatically. What about the vows? Well, the vows were simple and heartfelt. Oh, tell me, please do tell me. What do they go? I think I can still remember them to this day. I promised to share my dust bath, my raisins, and my irrational fear of wheelbarrows. Oh, beautiful. I know. There wasn't a dry eye in the barn. No. What else happened? Well, funny you ask, because just at the moment they were about to peck our do, a rogue duck crashed the wedding. A rogue duck? Yes. It was demanding to speak now or forever hold its quack. Oh my goodness, what happened? Thankfully it was escorted out by a goose with a clipboard, but what was the problem? Well, before you get too worried, the duck had turned up at the wrong wedding. Oh, how annoying. Yes, so there was no issue, no problem between Trevor and Petula. Oh, I am relieved to hear it. Yeah, you and I both. What about the reception? Was the food good? Well, there was a worm cake. Oh, yeah, it's a bit controversial. The worms weren't very pleased. They got the unions in, and the unions sort of said that the worms could get out of the cake. So the bit of the cake that was left was a little bit dry and spongy, but anyway. Oh, that's a shame. But fair enough on the worms. Unions can be useful sometimes. Yes. What else went on? Oh, there was line dancing, led by Marjorie. Oh, line dancing, how nice. Did they have, like, a first dance? Like, a slow one? They did indeed. It was a slow dance to, you may have heard of the song, Can't Help Falling in Nest. Yeah. It was performed by a local alpaca with a ukulele. Oh, beautiful. It sounds like a beautiful, beautiful day. Yes. Well, Trevor and Petula went to spend time in the honeymoon paddock, And for many years afterwards, they hosted a weekly relationship seminar for other birds. And I believe their love story is taught in local schools all over New Zealand under the Advanced Avian Sociology module. I'm moved. Yes, well, it's a moving story. I'm aware of that. I so want to hear more about Trevor. Well, that may be possible, but you ought to tell another anecdote. Okay, I'll do that. Let me think. I have got one in mind, actually. I want to tell you more about the hat of mood squirrels. The hat of mood. Oh yes, the hat with the mood. Yes, go on then. Well, as I was saying, after the whole cheese debacle, I retreated to my laboratory, which was at that point technically a converted greenhouse filled with rubber ducks. There was one very judgmental fern named Kevin, but we won't talk about him. Anyway, I wanted to redeem myself with my new invention, the hat of mood squirrels. The hat of mood squirrels. I think you've already given this away to a certain extent. Wasn't entirely successful. Yes, but let me explain. Right. Well, the concept was simple. Really? Yes. You see, the hat would scan the surrounding squirrel population. It would interpret the facial expressions, the tail twitches, the acorn choices, and then deduce the wearer's emotional state. I've always believed that squirrels are nature's most emotionally intuitive creatures, except for the ones that live in Wales. They're just in it for the peanuts. Be careful, we may have some Welsh listeners. Well, I've done the research, so I'm speaking with the backing of science behind me. Right, continue. Well, this sounds slightly different from the hat, the squirrel hat thing you were telling us about before. Well, this was a later model. The first model that I started to tell you about didn't really do the job. But, well, let me continue with my story, Yeti Uncle John. Right. So, anyway, once I had the idea, construction began immediately. I stitched together a top hat using recycled toaster parts, a mood ring which I found in an antique shop, which I think dated back to 1967, and obviously a live squirrel. Her name was Denise. She insisted on being paid in walnuts, which was fine because my Aunt Emma always sends me walnuts for Christmas, and I can't stand them. So I had a big cupboard of walnuts. So that seemed to work out. Oh, well, it's convenient. I must admit, I once had a disagreement with a walnut, and I've never been able to look them in the eye ever since. Oh, yes, well. Anyway, I don't want to be discriminatory to walnuts, so... No, we might get letters. Yes. But how was the hat powered? Well, I think that's too complicated to go into at the moment, but anyway, so I was all set up. I had my top hat stitched from recycled toaster installation. I had my mood ring, which was embedded in the brim. It was calibrated to take the sarcasm. Oh, very good. And of course, I had my live squirrel, Denise. She was installed in the crown. She wore a headset made from thimbles and chewing gum. Ah, yes. People don't realise how versatile thimbles are, and chewing gum for that matter. Yes, well, anyway. Denise wasn't just decoration. She was the hat's chief emotion analyst. She'd scan the surrounding squirrel population, interpret all of the things that I've told you before. You know, the tail flicks, the acorn hoarding patterns, the passive-aggressive chittering. Then she would relay the wearer's emotional state with unsettling precision. It seems like one talented squirrel, Denise. She was. I had to audition quite a few, but Denise was, well, she was far and away the best, far and away the most intelligent squirrel I've ever met. Well, you were very lucky there. I was, yes. I miss her. Oh dear. Anyway, tell us more about the hat. Well, once activated, the hat would loudly announce things like, "You are feeling cautiously optimistic with undertones of unresolved biscuit trauma," or "This man is 73% smug and 27% wondering if he left the oven on," or "The dog nearby is experiencing existential dread about squirrels." Oh, useful information. It was, yes. It actually became quite a sensation. I wore it everywhere, including the village council meeting, where it exposed everyone's emotional secrets. Mrs. Blunderbuss, I think you remember her, she worked at the horse milliners. The clothes, yes. Yes, well, one day she was revealed to be furious and thinking only of soup. And meanwhile, Gerald the mop was still transcending linear time. Oh, Gerald. I love Gerald. Yes. But our sense that all was not well. There was a slight coup. Coup? What? Some pigeons arrive? No, not coup in that way. Coup. C-O-U-P. Oh, yes, coop. It's not pronounced coop. Why is it not pronounced coop? I mean, soup is S-O-U-P. I only pronounce soup, not sue. Yes. I don't think now is the time to get into this. Oh, you might be right. I am. All right. Oh, yes, all right. So what happened? Well, Denise. You remember Denise? I do. I do remember Denise. Denise. Oh, I'm saying knees. Anyway. She was quite emboldened by her role, I think. Emboldened by her role? What, the role that she was having in her soup? No, her role, R-O-L-E, not R-O-L-L. Oh, English is difficult. Yes, it is. But, well, she declared herself the Empress of Emotional Rodentry. She demanded a walnut throne, a new, bigger, more swishy cape. It seems like capes were a big thing in your town as well. Capes have always been very big. Yeah. She also wanted some raccoons to come and do stand-up comedy, but, well, it's not so easy, especially not in Sprockle on Wig. Oh dear. And then, well, the other squirrels in the area, they all rallied behind her. They formed a sovereign squirrel state inside my lab. Called it Neutralia. Oh, I mean, I was given a position in the government. Oh, you were given a position in the government of Neutralia? Yes. What was your position? I was Minister of Mild Confusion. And, well, the next thing I know, the hat starts issuing emotional weather forecasts. Oh, golly. Yes. Things like today's mood is scattered anxiety with a chance of spontaneous giggling, or tomorrow, light melancholy, followed by heavy biscuit nostalgia. I mean, well, it sounds like valuable work. In a way, yes, perhaps. But, eventually the villagers negotiated peace by offering Denise a lifetime supply of hazelnuts and a subscription to Rodent Vogue. But the hat was retired and placed in the village museum, where it still occasionally heckles visitors with comments like, "You're pretending to enjoy this exhibit, aren't you?" Or, "That shirt says confidence, but your socks say existential crisis." Oh, well, it's not to know it still works after all this time. I guess so, yes. Well, that was very interesting, Cromitty. What's the time? I think it's time to go. I think we've had quite enough stories for today. But maybe we'll return and tell more stories of our old lives another day. Yes, I suppose we ought to go. And, well, thank you, listeners, for listening. You have been listening to the Yeti Spaghetti Show. And this is us, Cromitty and Yeti Uncle John, saying goodbye. Say goodbye, Cromitty. Oh, yes, goodbye, Cromitty. It's time to go. Right, we got through it. We're still recording. Oh, yes, goodbye. Hello. Hello. Kind of got used to this new telephone sound effect, but I've been looking. I've been looking through the drives. I can't wait to get home. How are you doing, Cromitty? Oh, fine. Yes. We've been busy. Oh, have you? Oh dear. He's not been pooing on the floor again, has he? No, just Toby this time. Oh well, it's bound to happen at his age. Yes. Well, you can't be helped. Are you coming home soon? Quite soon, yes. When's he coming? When's he coming back? In a day or two. Is that right, Paul? Yes, in a day or two, Yeti Uncle John. Are you missing me? Yes. He's not going to come back too soon, is he? We were going to record another episode. It's shush now. What's that? Yeti Uncle John just wants you to enjoy your time away. To relax. Oh, guys, I can't relax. I'm so frustrated about this episode. The one that's trapped on the drive. I need to get the drive working. Or if not, I need to start again from the beginning. How annoying. Yes, oh, so annoying. Very, 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 very annoying, yes. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, you're telling me. So, yeah, I'm here, but not for much longer, and then I'll be back. But, what was Yeti Uncle John saying about recording? Me? Saying things about recording? Apparently I'm not supposed to. Oh, Yeti Uncle John, stop it. Come on, guys, what have you been recording? Well, we haven't just recorded something. We've tried to help you. We've recorded an episode of something and we've put it out on the Charlotte podcast feed so that your listeners get something to listen to. What? Is this true, Cromitty? Well, yes, it's true, but I think you'll find it quite charming. Quite charming? What, what have you done? What have you done? You go and have a listen to it. It's on the usual feed. Oh, goodness me. At this point, we'd usually have the usual end theme music of the Show Life podcast. Well, yes, but we can put on some sort of music whilst you go and have a listen. Oh, goodness. Well, do it. What have you done? Guys, what have you done? Oh, the Show Life podcast has a reputation. It has a certain quality. You've tried to do podcasts before and pretty much not succeeded. Oh, Paul, I wouldn't say that. It was a partial success. Yes, a partial success. Well, that's debatable. Look, I'll go and listen to it, and won't betide you if you've done something to spoil the Show Life podcast reputation. Well, it's not actually the Show Life podcast as such. It's the Yeti Spaghetti Show. The Yeti Spaghetti Show. You started the name of one of my poems. Well, we thought we'd do that in your honour. Yes, in your honour, Paul. All right, I'll go and listen to it. I didn't already have enough trouble. Ugh. No, please. Oh, dear. Oh, you'll love it. Oh, dear, I'm not sure. Hello, Comedy. Hello, Paul. How are you? Well, how exactly am I? I'm not sure. I'm overjoyed. Paul, overjoyed? Is your hard drive working again? No, silly. I heard your episode, the Yeti Spaghetti Show. And you liked it? I thought it was charming. Well, what was he saying? Robert, did he like it? He did. He loved it. Well, I'm not sure I'd say I loved it. No, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Oh, that's marvellous. I know how much the listeners like to hear stories from the past. And yeah, we weren't really sure what we were doing when we started. We weren't quite sure what we talk about. But we didn't do any quizzes as you heard. No, that's very good. When I've other things to say, I always have to do quizzes or would you rather questions. Your stories were charming. I loved hearing about Trevor and Marjorie and I loved hearing about Denise the squirrel and the cheese thing. Anyway. Thank you, Paul. And I really want to hear more. Oh, thank goodness, because we were about to record another episode. That's why we didn't want you to come back. Oh, Yeti Uncle John, don't have to say that. Well, now I know about what you've been up to. you can record as many episodes as you like. It's always useful to have, your contributions, and who knows? I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get my my old drive up and running, or find a backup or whatever. So Yeti Spaghetti episode 2 might be exactly what we need. Oh, well, it's wonderful to hear. Well, I'm just thankful. Oh, thank you for being thankful. Yes, Paul, thank you for being thankful. As we haven't got the usual Shiloh podcast whatnot, should we sing or something? I don't think we should sing. No, we'll just play a little bit of music, and that'll be it. That'll be it. We'll say goodbye. And it doesn't feel right, not having the usual knickknacks. But I guess this is different, isn't it? This is the Yeti Spaghetti Show, which has a different format, but it still struggles to end. Yes, it still struggles to end, just like the Shiloh podcast. Makes me feel quite at home. I suppose the listeners will be wanting to go. Yes, Paul. Well, would you think you'd invite me on your show as a guest sometime? Yeti Spaghetti Show. Do you think you'd ask me? I could come on and read some poems if you like. Oh, I don't think you need to do that, Paul. Well, you should be having a rest. Yes, Paul. Don't worry about it. We'll sort everything out. Well, thank you for releasing this new one. And listeners, can I give a little plug? A little plug. Yes. A little plug for the Charlotte podcast. We'll hopefully be back to normal next time. Maybe. Just depends on drives and backups and everything. And right. We'll be back. Bye for now. Yes, bye for now. And yes, goodbye. Yes, goodbye. Oh, look, here comes some music. I guess that'll be the end. Oh, thank goodness. Yes. Bye. The Yeti Spaghetti Show. The Yeti Spaghetti Show. Oh yes, the Yeti Spaghetti Show. It's so much fun. Come and join us again soon. Yes, come back. Yes, we'll be here again anytime now. The Yeti Spaghetti Show. Yeti Spaghetti Show. You have been listening to the Sherlock podcast, the Yeti Spaghetti Show, and or something like that. Yes, it is a 1248 production, maybe, or a Univol production, or he's not that shy, and this la 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 shy Yeti, la 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 shy Yeti. Shh, now, you can go shush. Sorry.